stream.
Hello there.
I didn't. Jenks 1 2 3 4 5. Give me a soda or a pop if you're from the Midwest. How's it going? I was late. I'm sorry, because I was eating. Because I hadn't eaten all day. Quiet. Quiet Mike. Quiet Mike, really? Hello? Quiet Mike. There we go. How's that? That's a lot better. Hopefully I don't clip though, because that looks like it's gonna clip. I don't know what I did. Turn up your gain. That's what I did. I did know what I did. I'm sorry. That's better? Okay, cool. How's it going? I almost said, how's it going, dudes? With PewDiePie. I was eating because I hadn't eaten all day. And that's bad. Don't do that. I got a headache because I didn't eat all day. I also didn't drink any water all day. So thank you for the hydrate bite, Pete. Also, Teltonix, welcome. Thanks for the follow. I think I've seen you before. Were you on YouTube before? Or you just back? All right. Oh my gosh. Wait. Is there any muddiness in the mic? It sounds a bit muddy. A bit muddy. Just like that. That's real mud. Really muddy. Son of a beast saying this nothing freaking works, this piece of shit. Let's just keep turning it up. How about 3 dB? 3 dB? Yes, to YouTube? Okay, that's what I thought. Happy first time chat on Twitch, by the way. There we go, that's a little bit better. Release the Kraken. That should be a Release the Kraken. I'm sorry. Release the Kraken. Valorium, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. You've been sub for 2 years? Thank you. That's awesome. Also, I gotta do the stream anniversary. We're like 2 months overdue by now. What? That's okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I got friends that say that a lot. That's funny. The no, yeah. Like one dude goes, instead of nuh-uh, he's like, no, yeah. And I'm like, that's so quirky. Never stop. Push-ups when? I mean, I don't have any solid ground to do. Yeah, I don't have any solid ground to do push-ups in. I'm just kind of like floating here. I've got like gravity tech to keep me to my chair. Cap? I mean, prove it. It smells like a bitch in here. It's not Friday, Musa. Ban yourself. Joking, don't ban yourself. But, you know, you can time yourself out for like 2 minutes. It's not your pet. Moose is responsible for his own damn actions. Timeout have to be remodded. I think mods can time themselves out. Let me. I'm trying to get. No. Let's get a video capture. Yeah. No. There we go. Hey. I didn't tell you to bring it up at the top. There we go. So today we are playing Satisfactory. I'll be back. Gotta put my son down. Don't do that. To sleep. Okay. Sing his mother decided she isn't picking up. Well, have fun with that. Hopefully he goes to sleep quickly. Man, water tastes good all the time for me because I always wait too long to drink it. Don't do that. Drink water. Yeah, so as you can see in Satisfactory, this used to be my starting factory. There is nothing there anymore. So we've cleaned up a lot. I've basically done all I can do, except for phase 2. I built some designs for phase 2 products, like smart plating and all that. So we're going to work on that. I think we're going to go Mercer Sphere hunting first. But it's been fun. I can show you the factory, show you how it's going. I'm basically building it like a data center. Not really. It kind of looks like a data center from the outside. That's the only reason I said that. Consume. What's in the dimensional depot? Stuff. No, we'll go over that. What about the things? Well, the things are there too, but you don't mention it because you already mentioned the stuff, and to mention both, it's a little weird, Don't want to be socially awkward. It doesn't feel best. Where are the things? They're with the stuff. Don't worry about it. I don't know if you're actually asking, so if you need actual answers, I can give them. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. Mine was okay. It wasn't great. It kind of went by fast. You have somewhere to stand now. Where are the push-ups? Psych. Oh, it's cold out here. Yeah. I kind of have a headache, so I don't really have anything to talk about. What's up with you guys? Does YouTube exist? YouTube does exist. They're halfway up the screen. Yeah. Somebody clip that for me. It's like a good reaction gif. I think I don't have anything to say because I'm kind of like smooth brain today. So today's gonna be real chill, as you can tell. It's not awkward. We're not awkward. We're just chilling. I'm told that healthy people sit in their feelings, and that's just what I'm doing. I have this feeling of like existing. And I'm just sitting in it. I've eaten 4 barbecue chicken pizzas in the last week, otherwise normal. That sounds delicious, actually. There is a pizza that I freaking love. And it has barbecue sauce, grilled chicken, pineapple, jalapenos, and I think it has sausage. It might have sausage. I don't remember. But it's red sauce. It's freaking delicious. Oh, and I think it might have fig sauce. It's like savory with or sweet with the savory. I don't know. I want one of those pizzas again. If I didn't just eat, I would consider it. So yeah, let's get started. We're just gonna chill out today. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream. Probably not too long, because I'm pretty tired and I've got like a huge headache that I'm kind of ignoring right now. I'm pretending it doesn't exist. But I get to show you guys the sweet new factory with the personal elevator, which I freaking love, by the way. Personal elevators, super awesome. They're also really fast, which I was kind of concerned. I was like, well, do I really want to like have to wait for an elevator? You don't really. This is very quick. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll hydrate. It hits a spot. All right, let's go. Okay. Well. Okay. So, before, we had the hub here. And then I moved it up there. And then we had our bio factory over here, our bio generator. And then we had all the basic products out on the floor here. But I have since cleaned it up. I went through and I filled out all of the first 2 floors of this entire factory with the basics and steel. So I went through, I did a ton of unlocking. I got a ton of awesome shop stuff unlocked. I'm still going. See, I got the personal elevator. I got pipeline stuff. I got coal. I unlocked coal. That's a big one. I don't think we had coal last. I got really tired of refueling, so I did coal. What's with the bar? That is a terror in reality. Hold on, let me fix it. There we go. I don't know what I touched on the other side of reality. It's kind of weird. I won't describe it to you because it might break your brain. I wish I could ignore my headaches. Oh, so don't think that you can. I'm kind of being silly. I have a headache. It's not so bad that it's like front of mind. So like I have friends that have way worse migraines than me. But mine are just like constant. It feels, you know, when somebody gives you like a rug burn or like a they like twist your arm and so your skin kind of like and they do that so much that it's kind of like numb. So it's like that's how my brain feels. It's like numb and kind of throbbing, and it hurts a little bit all over. And if I move too fast, then it's like somebody stabbed me in the folds. But if I just kind of don't move, then I can like quote unquote ignore it, you know. Did you get metal piped? I hope not. You need more water more often. So that's part of it. I definitely stay hydrated. Like I'm joking. Like I have coffee, which is a diuretic, which means it makes your kidneys fill fast, or your kidneys fill your bladder faster, but it doesn't necessarily dehydrate you unless the desiccant is in sufficient quantities, which coffee, despite what you've been told, does not dehydrate you. Coffee hydrates you. It has a lot of water. And I had 2 cups of coffee today, so I had that water, and then I had some water at lunch, and then I'm having water now. So it's like I'm kind of misrepresenting how dehydrated I am, but it does taste good because I am thirsty. I have new daily persistent headache. This headache started September 2021. That stinks. If it's that persistent, you might consider going to the doctor about that. But I also understand the challenges in that. But if you can. So yeah, I cleaned everything. Everything is like pretty much done. I've kept the awesome shop here. Awesome shop. The awesome sink. And I have left a lot of my belt work. So it's kind of like messy and a little bit, you know, tentacular. I really like the curve belts because they're very tentacular. You could add ma'am research to the to-do list. You can. I also have this nifty, I don't know why it does that. I got to figure that out. Travel tube, just the other side of the factory. You see neurologist. Okay, good. I don't know how to use mergers, pipe mergers, because that keeps happening and I don't know why. Like, I've tried to control where I go, like branch off the merger, but like it doesn't work. So if anybody knows how to use that, let me know. I haven't looked it up, so I could find out. Okay, so we have G1 lobby. We have G2 storage mall, which is just the catwalks up there. These are this ground level. We've got logistics 1, basic logistics. That's floor 3, floor 4, products 1, basic products, and then so forth. Steel, and unused. So if we go to logistics, which I showed you guys last time, it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's getting a little bit serpentine. Like, there's lots of stuff going on. It's all folding. Like, this is a cluster. Look over here. This is ugly as sin. But you know what? Everybody sins, so we're all good. No, I don't care enough. Like, this is hide your shit. Hide your life. Nobody can give you strife. What was the question? I just got here. Yeah, am I organized? I keep on meaning to turn this around because this opens out over here and I want it to open out into the factory. But yeah, everything is continued. Pretty organized. We've got the logistics floors. We've got, you know, this is basic products. Like, look at that. This is nice. Bam. I almost made a really bad joke. I'm not going to go there. Never mind. I was going to say they look like something in a factory. You can build your own joke out of that. But yeah, it's all going pretty good. I can give you strife. You do, Musa. And I love it. I appreciate it. No, you're not. But there's something about pipe mergers, I think. Oh, yeah, the pipe mergers. I don't know why, but they like kick me back when I'm going backwards through them. So you've got the branch, right? The thumb is the merge part, and the hand, the arm, is like the main. And when I'm coming up, if I'm coming down this way, it like stops me, pushes me back, but then brings me back forward. So I lose all my velocity, and then I just go slower. So I make it through, but I don't know why it does that. And I don't touch anything, and it does that. If I touch something, then it still doesn't help. Sounds like a bug. There's been a lot of bugs. I've had a lot of times where I've had to restart the game because either I couldn't select something in the hotbar, or I found a bug where if I upgrade this in place, there's a non-zero chance. I don't know what the chances are, but it's been like 50-50 for me so far, where if I upgrade it, it will stop letting things go through it. So like the machine won't output into the belt anywhere. I can't tell if it only does that before I've started the machine for the first time, or if it's actually every single time I do an in-place upgrade. Because I've also in-place upgraded in it. It's been fine. But it's been frustrating because I'm like, why isn't this working? And then I go delete everything and recreate it, and it's like, it's working. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really want to delete things and redo it a bunch of times, but sometimes it works. So we will go down. I'm going to go and show you the coal plant. I thought they fixed the upgrade bug. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it came back. I mean, some bugs have many tentacles. No! Wrong thing. There we go. Matter of fact, annoying you is one of my quarterly performance metrics as a mod. Well, I want to see the quarterly report on my desk by 5? It's past 5. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. All right, so I made coal, and it's very orderly and organized. Everything's working at peak efficiency. Over the weekend, I did my first batch, so I did 16 coal generators. I should really turn down the coal sounds. And then yesterday, I did the other 16. So I've got 32 generators, 2,400 megawatts, and I'm pretty happy about it. I actually did bring down my entire power grid because when I put up my hypertube cannons, they take a lot of energy. I forgot. Remember that bug being a thing when 1.1 was an experimental? Guess it's back to Plagueis. Yeah. Should be able to fix it by upgrading and downgrading. Oh, okay. I'll try that. 5 in the morning. Yes. How about that? I even wrote myself restart directions. So I've got this set of coal generators. All have their utility functions on a separate circuit. In fact, I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to have to focus on it. But I've labeled all of these, and then I wrote myself directions on how to restart the generator. So we've got, disconnect generator A and generator B. So generator B is this one, so delete that and delete that. Generator A is the middle. And then join ignition and primer. So we've got ignition right there, which is the biomass generators. And we have the primer, which is all of the utilities for generator A, which is the first set of 16 coal. You let that run for a bit. It floods the coal lines and the water. The water gets pumping. And then you join generator B. Oh, wait, no, join generator A. Go switch on the circuit because it'll be off. And then join generator B. It'll be off again. You switch it back on. And since all the coal's already hot and running, everything will continue working. And then just disconnect the ignition and you're good. So I was going to make that more pretty and use switches instead of, dismantleable wires. But I've never actually documented those steps for myself, and so I'd have to figure it out every time. And maybe coal generator restart processes will be less of a pain in the ass. See, this is why I'm like, am I evolving? This is an amount of organization that I have never put effort into in this game. Probably because I was doing all of it at work, and so I didn't want to have to do more work at home. But now I'm feeling better. And so I can continue making my life easier when it's getting easier. Isn't that crazy? Random disconnected belt. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's intentional. So what I should do is make it look... This is me sweeping shit into my closet. Make it look like it's intentional. So what happens if, let's say the coal generator died, not because of a circuit breaker switch, but because, the coal runs out for some reason. I even thought of this. Yeah. I don't have it filled yet, but every time I accidentally pick up coal, I go put it in there. And then I can connect it to the generator A series. The series A generators, and it'll flood the coal. So I want to have 100 for every generator, and then a buffer. Why is my mic is clipping? I don't like this. Cracking, putting all this effort in when you could just priority power switch. Shake my head. What? Shake my head. Yeah. What is a priority power switch? And, I will always defend half measures when the choice is between any action and no action. And so, as a person who often has not enough resources to do the thing perfectly, but wants to do it well enough to not fail, or well enough to be resilient to failure, like operationally. How far do I want to get into this in software? It's like your design cannot be perfect. That's the dragon that a lot of software developers chase. If you try to make it perfect, you will be working on it forever. So you need it to be good enough. But it needs to be good enough not to fail over and over again. So like you can't write it so sloppy that there's a bunch of bugs. And so there's this balance that you have to play between operationally robust, and this isn't just like software like writing code. It's like the code and the systems that build the systems and the systems that deploy the built systems that the code systems created. So this is more like a software development lifecycle thing rather than a software coding thing. But you have to build it with a certain level of robustness so that it is testable and it's self-sufficient in its life cycle. So you're validating things as you build it, and then this is already in the rabbit hole that I was just trying to prevent. So all that to say, I will always support half measures when there's no. I guess that's not immediately transferable. Damn it! I just went on a tangent. Oh well. I don't have a priority power switch, so I bet if I look at chat right now, you've told me already. Let's look at Caterium. Priority power switches can be ranked by priority. When production is too low, switches will start turning off automatically until the power stabilizes. Okay, so this is different than I thought you were talking about. This would be kind of a reverse of what I've done. Rather than like starting one thing at a time and bringing it all online together in stages, this is just isolating power and then turning things off as power becomes scarce, which is also a good approach. But it's like the opposite end of the spectrum. You need your six digits. Sig digits. It will stop power from failing. What's sig digits? So it lets you set up isolated grids that shut down priority based on priority. You can put all your power platform infrastructure in priority 1, and it'll shut down last. Won't that create a loop between the switches? So like the priority will shut off stuff until it gets to the point where the power can support it, but then it'll probably oscillate between two switches, so it'll like turn this stuff off and on and off and on again. So it'll create jagged sawtooth patterns in the grid. In theory, it should make what you did unnecessary. Okay. Interesting. Variability in the system like that, to me, feels undesirable, but I don't have a rational reason why. I have been kind of setting things up to be power switched, so that's actually probably something I'll use, because I'll show you when I get back to the data center. Can somebody remind me to like show the different grids that I've created? Try them, they're good. Okay. Cool. So yeah, coal went up really fast and easy. I didn't create a blueprint. Okay, so I have blueprints, by the way. I have not done anything with them, and I've decided not to import my old ones. I want a clean slate. So I have some pipe accelerators for hypertubes, and I've got just the coal. So we can make blueprints today too. I don't know. I wanted to go look for Mercer spheres, but I'm going to go home first and then use the cannon to get me out farther. It should not oscillate as you described. There isn't enough power for a priority group. It'll shut it off and leave it off until there is enough power. Okay, so it probably uses max consumption as the metric to determine priority. Enforcement of priority. So it'll take the max consumption of a grid. So that would work. Oh no, I forgot to fix this. This is gonna send me into the ether. I actually accidentally shot myself into the mountains. Like I didn't quite make it to the mountains, but it sure felt like I did. My body was floating for like 3 minutes. So yeah, it looks like a data center, kind of. And I'm gonna be making some cosmetic changes to the outside. This top floor is gonna turn into logistics. This is L3, level 3 logistics. For all of the sky elevator parts. And why don't I take a look at that real quick before I go Mercer Sphere hunting? Oh, thank you. Bite beat. You clutch. Thank you. Okay, so every single line here, you can see... Well, that's a bad example. Here's a good example. All of my power grids are very organized. I don't know why there's visual glitches like that. They keep on disappearing. I think it's like the edges, the aliasing. I should turn this off so you can... Nope, that makes it worse. The aliasing on the 1 meter wall is like it's activating the performance saving features that they have. So like it unloads the wire if I'm not looking at it, but it's like it's a little bit too aggressive. Random culling, that's what it's called. Thank you. So I've got each of these production lines. So every single row is usually one product or one class of products. This is steel. So in this case, I believe each one is one product. And if I start on the right, and this you can see we've got foundry and smelter, and then constructors, and then smelters, and then constructors. Okay, so this one actually breaks the pattern that I made, which was start on the right, go all the way down, and then come back up, produce the product on the left. I didn't do that because I think this one required way more space than I expected. This one in particular is rotors. Is it? I don't think it's rotors. Rotors don't use steel. This is not. Oh, this one spilled over. So this is the worst example. So this one looks even uglier. But this one is motors. So like I fit everything I possibly could for motors, and then I had to construct it out here. But anyway, I'm getting off track. All of these grids are very neatly defined. And if I go downstairs into logistics, I connect them through the wall, you know, making it look like the wire. The wire is through the core of the power pole, so it looks like it's just being provided to the next floor with no seams. And then I bring it through, and I connect it. And so every grid is connected. Okay, so that's ugly. It's going through the splitter, but it's connected through the center here. So you come look, every grid is connected through the center. So I should be able to, in theory, come over here to these runners or runways. Each of these is a stall runway for my products. And I'll just put a switch here for now. Like I can potentially, because I can disconnect that one, connect it here, or you know, put a secondary wall outlet, and I could connect it here. So I could put priority switching on literally every stall, which is usually representative one. No, that actually, I don't think that's a sound alert. I think somebody actually messaged me. Each stall is representative of one product usually. So we need better lights in this game. I'm sure they're going to be working on it. The wire is missing an LOS marker at the bottom of its model. What's an LOS marker? Yeah, culling issue. Oh, you're talking about the wire culling. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't in streamer mode and I just turned it on. So yeah, that's the power grids, and that honestly, I really love that system. I know why people were screaming at me. Nobody really screamed that hard, but a lot of people were like, you really should do this. You have bad factories. Like, there was a lot of people when I first played Satisfactory, after I watched Let's Game It Out, Satisfactory series, there were a lot of people that were like, I don't know, because I never got any hate from it, but they were like very like kind of not upset, but like cross with me. They're like, they thought I was being dumb by not considering it, and I was like, no, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna play how I play because I need to just play. But now that I actually am spending a bit more time and I have more mental energy to put towards organization, it does feel pretty satisfying, which, you know, big surprise. I think I would have already had to have played the game separately without doing the organization to understand what organization is satisfying for me. So I'm glad I did it this way anyway. It is satisfactory. Quite satisfactory. Factory game players are the absolute worst when it comes to you're doing it wrong. Yes. And that's like, there's nuance in that, because like, you know, sometimes if you follow their suggestion, which may or may not be communicated well, your life becomes easier, or you find some feature that's really cool, or you expand your mind to new possibilities and new permutations of like possibility and organization and efficiency. But it's a game. It's okay. I get it, like, to some degree, sometimes people watch games, sometimes people watch streamers to play it similar to how they play it so they can be validated. And then it's like, if they don't play it that way, then it's grating. And so it's like they want the streamer to change their behavior so that they can keep watching because they're having an okay time, but there's this little blemish that's keeping them from enjoying it fully. So it's like they have like kind of a lash out, you know? They lash out a bit, you know, depending on how self-aware they are or self-contained they are. This isn't as far as it went last time. Oh well, that's okay. I've pretty much explored everywhere near here, looking for Mercer Spheres. I've unlocked the first 2 upgrades, so speed and capacity. And now I've gotten to the 7 Mercer Spheres to upgrade a level. So now it's like I'm really in it. I gotta find a lot of them. I think people like that are why LGIO does what he does. Yes. Exactly. I've been kind of wanting to make a YouTube video about like the effect LJAO has had on my life. Cuz like, sure, my channel blew up because of him. I did a reaction, I was blown away, and then I was introduced to all these games that were very interesting and you know, new, and I was introduced to his style of play on top of something I'd never seen before. So it was like a triple whammy of novelty and fun, and then my perspective. Like, yes, the channel blew up. At the same time, like, I guess I kind of realized I had ADHD because of LJO. There was a lot more things that weren't. It's not like I watched this video and like, oh, I have ADHD. It was more like I had been seeing things about the experiences of people with ADHD, so it was like, oh, that's interesting. I relate to that really a lot. And then the channel blew up, and so I was working really hard, and so I like didn't have any energy for anything because I was working really hard at work, and then I started working on the YouTube channel. So like I wasn't sleeping, and I was working like 100 hours, 120 hours a week between work and YouTube. And I was streaming more, and like I was filling my life to the brim with activity. And then everything came crashing down. Like, and I started playing Satisfactory, and I was playing unironically like LGIO. Not like on purpose. It's just like in order to play the way that felt comfortable to me, it ended up being a lot like LGIO. And I was like, and then everything came crashing down, and I realized I had ADHD, and then I got diagnosed, and yeah, it's a huge pivot in my life of like understanding why things are the way they are, you know? Channel blew up. Boom. Yeah. I just ADHD'd a bit. Did he ever show us his power grids? I did. They were nice. There we go. Ah! eat lead, and by lead I mean steel, and by steel I mean rebar. I gotta stop flinching. It's the Halo aiming thing where you're like very inaccurate. So like, okay, so I was a Halo kid, and when you're playing on console, and I'm sorry if you love console and you don't like PC players, there's a lot of people in Call of Duty that are like that. There's like a lot of hate for PC players for some reason. Probably because of the cheaters, which I don't blame them. But PC isn't bad. But when you're playing with a controller, you're playing FPS, nice. Hey, Moriam, welcome back. Happy first time chat. Fun police. Toothy. Don't police me. Let me be free. No, it's probably not the direction I wanted to go with that. Anyway, you're using your controller to play FPS games. It's not very efficient to try and be as accurate as you can be all the time with your stick. So what you do is you center in order to be good at FPS games, or one of the ways that you can be good is you center your crosshair. So as you're moving, you're like strafing with your left stick, and you can see it like the reticle stays pretty centered on the screen. And then once you get to something you want to shoot, so like, you can do little micro adjustments, and it has a big effect on where you're aiming in the world. So let's say I want to hit that sulfur vein, like you're centering until you get to the point that your reticle's right at the sulfur vein, and then you snap. And so like you don't put any effort into being accurate until you're really close. And it's a hard habit to break. Like I'm not on a controller. When I'm aiming at these guys, I like snap anyway. Like it's silly. I'm being brain rot FPS player. How's the game so far? It's good. I'm very organized. I was just showing it. I can go back. I'm looking for Mercer spheres right now. I'm not far from a hypertube cannon, so I will show that to you guys in a sec. I'll do a quick review of my factory, but it's the most organized I've ever played this game, and I'm actually enjoying it, which is very strange. Got to be accurate with your stick. Careful. It's not Friday. I'm joking. I never really got into FPSs on console, and I still flick shots all the time. Fair. It's just a thing, but like... Yeah, I mean, I'm proving myself wrong. Oh, I'm almost dead. So pro tip, you guys probably already know this, but if you just jump and then go left and right while you jump, while you shoot them, they basically get paralyzed, and you can easily avoid all of their shots. You can do it for several of these guys. And even the big guys, they like try and shoot you where you're going, but if, since you're going back and forth, they don't have any like look ahead AI. Okay. As a Factoria YouTuber call it, the wiggle technique. Calls it. It is the wiggle technique. I suck at FPSs regardless of platform. I'm the great equalizer to any control screens. I knew you were good at something, Moose. Nice. Of course, I play with mouse and sense turned all the way up, and I refuse to adjust or grow. I'm telling you, two things completely revolutionized my PC FPS playing. So I played FPSs in the 90s and early 2000s, and then stopped. Played on console for until I got out of college. And then I got PCs again. I was using the same damn budget Newegg mouse, which don't shop at Newegg anymore. They you know what? I'm not going to go there. That's like politics for PC gamers. Actually, no, it's not. They have some scammy stuff, especially around graphics cards. So just look it up. you can find plenty of evidence. I bought a mouse on Newegg for $8 in 2007. Toothy, thanks for the follow. And I was using it until like 2016, and it was shitty, and the DPI was like, I think 800 or something. It was very small, very low. I got a gamer mouse, so that's number one. Get a gamer mouse. You know, I like the G502, the Logitech G502, not sponsored. It's the one that blew my mind, and I was like, this is so much better. Your accuracy gets better, your control gets better, you can adjust how fast it goes, how high the sense is. And then the second one, consumer protection is not politics, boss. Yes, that's why I went back on what I said. But I don't think there are any diehard Newegg followers. The second thing that made a huge difference to my mouse control and FPSs on PC, low sensitivity. So turn your sense down, not up, and that's up to you. Clockwork, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging anyone that uses high sense, but chances are, in the heat of the moment when the adrenaline's pumping, because that's like the amount of engagement FPSs have for me at least. You know, when you're playing a 6v6 and it's elimination, so nobody comes back after they die until the end of the round, and you're like 1v3, 1v4, and you're like, holy shit, I've got this threat, they're all gonna kill me, I gotta pop off. You know, and even if whether you do or you don't, like, you're going to be making movements that are not controlled and calm, and so your high sensitivity will not serve you in that moment. In general, it makes it so that the adjustments that you have to make aren't as sensitive. Like, obviously it's sensitivity, low sensitivity, less sensitive, but the impact it has on fine control, at least for me, I use like a DPI of, I think it's like 1600. I actually don't know. I just kind of play with it until it feels right. I just brought up the app. I don't know. I gotta check my. Okay, cool. My private messages window. I didn't know if it was in the primary screen or not, so I wanted to make sure. Okay, so I'm good. Hydrate. Thank you, Bite Pete. Okay, so Logitech app, which I don't like. It kind of sucks. It's not coming up. Nobody asked for this, but I'm telling you anyway. Sensitivity. Mine is set to 3200. But in general, I like whatever sense means that if I turn my wrist 45 degrees, I turn all the way around once, like 180 degrees. So I can turn around quickly. And then it's like everything else is micro adjustments. Just make sure you're not like straining your wrist too much to like try and keep that fine control. I don't know. I like FPSs, so I'm like telling you so that you can have fun too. And turns out when you get better at things, you have fun. I hate that program. Yeah, it's not fun. G502 is what I have, and I still refuse to change out my sense out of pure lazy spitefulness. You know, that's okay. As long as you're having fun. And if that means you aren't playing certain games because you don't want to, then that's good too. As long as you're having fun. Semi-related, I don't understand those people that set their sense so low they got to dislocate their shoulder to shoot the guy. Yeah, and that's, I say low sense, but 45 degrees means I turn around 180 degrees. That's not that low. But some sense, like if I increase my sensitivity, I can make it even worse. Controls, mouse sensitivity, 10. So like I'm moving it, like every millimeter is an inch on the screen. I don't know why I mixed measurement units, but I'm not going to change it. It's out of control, and like just like trying to keep it steady is a chore. This is me trying not to move it, and it's still moving it a little bit. Oh my gosh. You get used to high sensitivity, and that's fine, and you do. And some people are really good with high sensitivity. I just found that for games that required high performance out of me, having a moderately lower sensitivity really helped keep control in all situations at all times. And it helped me be more accurate, especially with quick reaction speeds. And if you're not going for that, then you don't need it. Hey, Bobby Thompson, there's some funny dialogue that Ada says when you kill a doggo, which I'm not going to do. Just so we're clear. I'm not angry. I'm just not doing it. Is this your first run of Satisfactory? It is not. I have played... I can actually look at my games. This is my 4th save. I have Butt Crack. I have Crack Hills, which I played for maybe 60 hours. Tentacular Land, which was my 1.0 save. And I started a new save for 1.1 because of all the changes. And I wanted to redo my organization. Okay, I did say I was going to show you guys... Yeah, let's go back quickly to the base, and then I'll use the hypertube cannon to go searching for immersive spheres. To be fair, I don't really play PvP shooters anymore. I don't have any right now that I'm playing. My favorite ones kind of died. I've seen lower sensitivity than that. Dude needed to move his arm about 6 inches to turn around. Yeah, I can't do that. I forgot to fix that again. The only FPSs I've played is 30 to 60. The only FPS I've played... Wait, 3060, is that a game or is that the frame rate? Satisfactory is the only FPS. I guess it is an S. I'm holding one of the reasons it's a shooter. The crate army? Yeah, there are a couple of dismantle crates. Maybe we'll clean those up after the Mercer Spheres. Sorry, Clock. You got your points back, right? Shell Shockers is at 30. Okay. I don't bother turning around. Fire forwards to provide covering fire until I die. Run out of ammo, unbothered in my lane. You know, that is a reproach. I have several friends. I wouldn't say many. I have several friends that do that. So, this is my factory. It kind of looks... It's gonna look more like a data center. I'm gonna color in each of the windows. I also want to put internal beams, but I didn't want to put them anywhere I needed belts to go, so I'm waiting to put them in. Let's see, I have belt intake, or resource intakes in each of the pillars, the support pillars. This is where my starting factory used to be, but I just cleaned it up for this stream, which is why I'm feeling like a fancy boy with all my organization. I have, right now, 7 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. We've got storage mall. Oops. And the tenants in this building. They don't care about anything. They're shooting all the elevator consoles. So I've got I've got item malls. I've got dimensional storage on all of them. Nearly all of them, I think. I think the AI limiters... I should go pick up a bunch. I was right next to him. Whoops. I was considering whether or not I wanted to bring that up, the tube up. Why don't I do that? You know what? I'll do it later. Nope, that's motors. Okay, I don't know where the AI limiters are, so let's not. Let's go look at... We'll look at a logistics floor, and then we'll look at a production floor. Things are much more organized. It looks kind of gross, but it's really just routing. I have very little clipping. I won't say I have no clipping, but it's much improved over past saves. Things generally look pretty clean. And then, yeah, everything above, there are no belts. There are no long power cables. I was thinking I might start color coding things, but I decided not to. This is just not enough. Too much effort. I know it's just a couple clicks, but, you know, ad nauseum. Rinse and repeat. Kind of takes the joy out of it. I wish there was an emergency door on the elevator so that I could like get into the elevator shaft. That'd make me feel like either Mission Impossible or who else does elevator shafts? Die Hard? There's Die Hard scene in the elevator shafts, right? Pretty neat. It is neat. It is the neatest it's ever been. Yeah. I'm gonna... all the power grids, I forgot to show clock. You know, I will. I'll show you guys power grids. I can go right up here. Every single row here, these are all... I'm calling them stalls. You can see they're color-coded because that's like the runway for each section. These represent basically either one product or, you know, this floor is like miscellaneous. It's like basic products. So like it might have several products. But each stall represents generally one product, and the power lines are all the same. So this one doesn't have a product in it. If we go over here, these power lines all connect. You can see it goes through the floor up into the next level to the actual row, the stall. To power the product line, and they all come back and join at the center here. And so I can put in priority power switches, and I probably will after the stream, for literally every single product or group of products. Usually, it's mostly every single product. So I really like that. I gotta find time to grind Helldivers 2. You know, I've heard there was updates. I'd like to play it. This game is just hitting the spot too much, though. Like, I just want to spend all my time in this game. Okay. There was a Mercer Sphere over here somewhere that I didn't pick up because I was making inventory space. I think it's in the far crater over there. Maybe it's even farther? Oh, it must be underground. I thought there was one... definitely underground. Well. Best get spelunking. Fix up your hyper cannon before you go back. Also clean up your crates. Okay. I will clean up whatever crates I come by. Whoa!
Harvest. The void arms and void metals that desecrated temples follow a mythic melody.
Oh, you understand.
The tapestry unraveled, revealed its texture. Your veins weave familiar patterns. Your vessels grow organs and eyes and mouths, and the ripples lap against our windows.
Was it intentional?
All that is shallow shall sing our deep song, and when the windows break the void shall be a metal grave.
When the windows break, the void. No, I didn't remember that. Damn it! Curse my bad short-term memory. Something about a metal grave. When the windows break, something metal grave. Okay. I get that Ada being like that is intentional, but the voice just drives me crazy. 'Cause it's AI? Like the AI, like, lifelessness, or what do you mean? We got another underground one, don't we? Nope, it's right there. This game still needs mantling. It really does. I really want mantling. But I will not complain, because this game is already such a joy to platform things. I love crouch jumping. I love the jump height. And not to say that you're like not thankful for those things either, but I just like to remind myself it's okay to want it to be better and it also be good. The text to speech sounds so bland when delivering the void death threats. Well, the death threats were the AI or the entity voice, wasn't it? Movement tech in this game is so good that the lack of mantling feels super weird. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. Hey Flipper Jippy, I usually wait to do my exploring till I have the jetpack. You know, that's... If I didn't need Mercer Spheres right now, I would agree. Isn't there a jetpack that you get from... I missed him that close. He's invincible. You can get a jetpack from a rare pig, right? Or warthog or whatever those are called. Johnny the hog, yeah, Johnny the jetpack hog. Is this another underground one? Gosh darn those underground Mercer Spheres. Hiding their secrets from us. Let's see, where's the entrance? Ooh. I've only seen one of those in my 550 hours. I think I've seen 2 in 1,000 hours. So that, you know, what is that? 1/500th is a fifth of a percent, so that's 0.2. 0.2% drop rate. What am I doing? Ma'am. Ooh. Supercomputer. Okay, I'm looking for a cave entrance. There it is. If you ever get sick of trying to find the underground ones on your own, Satisfactory Calculator does have a really nice cave map overlay. Oh, nice. I have not been back to Satisfactory Calculator since I started using Satisfactory Modeler, which I also forgot to show you guys. Okay, I have not turned it on. So let's turn that on. So Satisfactory Calculator, or sorry, Modeler. I've already kind of jotted out the factory design for smart plates, versatile frames, and automated wiring. And I need reasonable amounts of everything. Like nothing is too expensive. I'm using alternate recipes for, I think, bolted plates and copper rotors and Caterium wire. And quick wire stators. I think that's it. But this is what I'd like to build for phase 2. I don't think I'm going to get it done today, sadly. But I would like to. If you follow the cliff a little ways, once you leave the cave, you'll come across 4 pure iron nodes and a limestone node, plus the 2 copper nodes by the cave is my favorite starting spot. Yes, this little gulch here is goated. It is so good. In fact, or maybe it was the left here. I don't remember if it was here or here. Oh, there's a dismantle crate. Let's go get that. West of you. Yeah. Yeah, I realized after after you guys said something, or before you guys said something. I'm telling you, I'm streamer brained, but not the worst streamer brain. I've just got stream delay in my head, you know? Oh, this one I created. Well, it's not... This guy's invincible. I missed him. Do you have personal upload? Yes, I do, in fact. Okay. There's also a Caterium node real close. Yes, it's like on this ledge here. I'm pretty sure. Try not to go too far from base. How many Mercer spheres do I have? 4. I need a lot more than that. That's where I built my first nuclear factory. There's a bunch of coal over here, which I think I've already tapped one. It's over by the river to the south. Where am I? I thought it was over here. Oh, you know what? You're probably right. I think my factory was over the water over here, and so I made a belt, and I remember jumping on the belt of Caterium right over that ledge, and so that's why I thought it was over there, because that's like the closest memory I have. Mercer spheres, please. Oh. Matt Mercer has answered my prayers. Or maybe he rolled a dice and I rolled a 14. I see you. Here's Kraken. I've never seen that movie or read the book. What is that? Is that quartz? Or is it just a node? Okay, it's just a node. I wonder, can I get up the top? How do I want to do this? Should I just build up there? I don't want to build up there because I don't want to dismantle up there, but I'll probably spend more time. Oh wait, I unlocked ladders. Almost. No. Wrong button. That spot is nice because its proximity to the Spiral Coast makes transitioning into oil tier really easy. Yeah, I'm pretty close to oil as well. But I think that oil is better. Spiral Coast has a lot more oil. Why lose 3 health to little insect buggers when you can explode everything and lose health that way? There we go. If you specifically discount resource wells...
Live, hello world.
How nostalgic.
In the beginning, there were the words, and the words made the world.
I see you have been doing research. I must say you make for interesting conversation.
Conversation.
Singing together, communication.
Our tunes only plug at the strings of the tapestry.
Are you saying this is only the beginning?
In the beginning, there were the words, and the words made the world.
Hello,
The
world.
words turned into song, open windows. The song played with instruments, weave a tapestry of temples and shrines, bodies and bones. Orchestral harmony, us, we, ours.
Wow. Somebody's written their first program. Automated speed wiring. Oh, I don't have the stuff for that. This is annoying. Like, I don't actually want this. In fact, this one I'm going to keep so that I don't get these recipes again. Maybe I'll use the automated wiring at some point, but I don't have plastic until phase 3. Or maybe it's phase 2 and I just have to unlock phase 2. Whichever the next phase is. I don't have... You have to have oil first. There we go. There we go. Oh. Oh. There we go. Is that a summer sloop? Yes, it is. A summer sloop. Sloop. Fused quick wire. Is it good? Oh, I did get it. If you specifically discount resource wells, Sparrow Coast and Blue Crater have something like 80 to 90% oil on the map. Oh. Well, resource wells have plenty too, don't they? No!
Harmonize with us.
Jeez. Blew up everything. Was it worth it? You discount resource wells because you can't tap them when you first get oil. Okay. Yeah, I suppose. And when... what's it called? Getting around, transportation, is kind of difficult at the beginning of the game. It kind of makes a difference. Come on now. What? They didn't get any of them. There we go. Got some of them. Well, that should be the rest. Whoa! Jumpy jump. Why do I hear all of them? Where are they coming from? There must be a... Oh, there it is. It's down below. Gosh darn it. I got... Okay. How many Mercy Spheres do I have? 4? You know, that's probably fine. I'm not going to get any upgrades right now. I just need them for, like, dimensional depots. At least for now. I could do more exploration later, offline, while I'm, like, watching YouTube or something. It's a very relaxing experience, just putzing around in this game while listening to YouTube. Doo-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Doo-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Whoa, you got me. I stopped paying attention to the screen. I looked it up. 1140 per minute of oil on the Spiral Coast, plus another 600 if you're willing to go a little further. It is pretty good. Ooh, pretty.
Your waves laugh at our shores.
When will you land?
Sergeant Dumpsterfire, are you here? You redeemed Tea Time. I think it was last Phasmo Friday. Or was it you? Or was it somebody else? I thought it was you. Well, I prepared, so if anybody redeems Tea Time, I'm good. Damn. There it is.
This bleeding temple hosts a resident song. Play for us.
I got stuck. And I was playing way too loose with my health. Rip indeed. That stinky. Okay, let's delete that and that. And let's get a blueprint. A blueprint of unidirection. Let's see, which way does it go? Nope, other way. I love infinite nudging with a with a passion. Stop it! No, turn around. There we go. I need a boombox? I really do. You know what? I'll get one. I used all of my awesome tickets, like, I think at lunchtime. I was playing at lunch. No, I wasn't. I guess that was last night too. And I played a little bit before stream, so I should have at least a couple tickets. I think you need, what, 4 or 3? You've looted at least one supercomputer. I would be surprised if that gets me a ticket because of how long I've been looting. I accidentally, well, not accident. I left this running. I have Sam, reanimated Sam, and let's see, rotors and modular frames. They're all running constantly, and the overflow goes straight into the deal. Where is supercomputer? Oh. Wait, what? How come the supercomputer... Oh, that's in my inventory. I thought I put it in. Okay, yeah, it didn't give me a ticket. Only 3. Let's see. What's my favorite ticket or tape? I think Joel Synthome is pretty good. You know, I can get more than one. I have 7 tickets. I can get 3.
It is speculated that, in the earliest days of humanity, people created drums and similar instruments to derive pleasure and social unity from the rhythmic sounds, accompanied by gyratory movements. Congratulations for unlocking a device that, thousands of years later, fulfills exactly the same function, except with a requirement for rare metals and plastic components.
Okay. Let's try this again without the silliness of getting sucked in. Dang it. You know what? I'm just going to mash it in there. There we go. What? Oh, there we go. There we go. I love rare metals and plastic components. Me too. No tape loaded. Let's change tape. Let's put in Joel Synthome. I want a hover pack for you so bad. Me too. Me too. Me 3 even. Oh no! No, that's exactly how I dropped the boombox. Trying to build stuff. I like the reflection on it. Very fancy. Reflection on what in particular? The boombox screen. Oh. Huh. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That's cool. Definitely not to scale. I guess it's to scale of the camera perspective. I'm gonna lose this boombox so hard on accident. This is magical. Oh shit. Shit. Death crate. Where is my death crate? Should be like right up there. I'm gonna die trying to find my death crate. There it is. It was where I first thought it was.
Be appropriate.
Shoot it! Right mouse button. Wow. That was fail. I was trying, it wasn't doing anything, but I guess the cooldown was longer than I thought.
Listen to the rhythm.
Rhythm. Somebody's probably made some banging remixes of this. Robot voices in the 80s. Somehow robots know how to sing in the 80s. Is the game a little bit loud for you guys? Kermit the Frog. Wow. I haven't done a Kermit the Frog impression in a long time. Nobody likes my Kermit the Frog impression. Kermit doesn't get to visit us very often. Kermit wants to know why robots like to sing in the 80s. Robots are just these things. They don't have emotions. They're thinking computers. Now, the philosophical members of the audience may be thinking, if they think, why not feel? Well, that's because they're robots. It's in the name. What's in the name? Don't ask me. I'm not a philosopher. Like Kermit is really suffering. I know it was accidentally disabled for several months after you were playing something serious. Many forgot Kermit's glory. Oh, rip. Well, thank you for re-enabling it. Kermit wants to know why robots? Why robots? They like to sing in the 80s. Alright, that song hit. It can stay. Hi! He's so freaking cute, guys. I can't.
My first time chat, Embervale, welcome. This is a mandatory cap break because Luca came asking for cuddles. We give him cuddles. Water refractions low my screen. Yeah. So cute, guys. Alright, all done?
Alright, he's done. What are you doing? That's my water, not yours. You have water. We've refilled it today. We filled both of them today. I express love with my teeth, he does. Welcome, Devon. He's gentle. Like, I mean, obviously, you guys can see. Like, I got scars, and that's okay. It's worth it. Nothing like jousting with the bro. I don't want to start my world over because of how far I am, but I forgot I took a hiatus right after I tore down my base to build a better one. So, if you're anything like me, it was worth it to start over. Let me see if I can turn down the music. There we go. It was worth it to start over. I didn't want to, but I think the benefits of the 1.1 changes, like, they completely changed how I did my base. So for me, it was worth it, I think. What do they change? Let's see. They have vertical lift splitters. They have... you know, I'm gonna have to look it up. Priority mergers. They have throughput counts, like belt rate, like items per rate, like display.
time for a new melody?
Yes, actually, this might be a strange question, but it could give me invaluable insight. What, according to you, is the shape of our universe?
It is a donut within a void within a donut within a void within a donut within the shallows, which is a ball of string wrapped around itself to contain the infinite deep within the inside-out string, with windows and doors and a limitless body subdividing to one resonance.
Within a donut.
I should have waited with this question.
Nice. Oh man, this music's good. I have not listened to the music for a long time. Like in the boombox. Okay, so the changes, they've got suspension or like cables, like frick. I've got them right here. Braided cables, so you can make suspension bridges. They have they've got vent cosmetics things. They have, let's see, there was a few big ones that have completely revolutionized. Oh, they've got hypertube junctions, so you can do a branch and a junction now to like choose where you want to go. So you can make full hypertube transport systems. Let's see. Priority mergers. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Clockwork Crow posted the patch notes. You had me at donut and donut within a donut. Yes. You had me at donut. I have not had a donut in several months, which is actually not that long, considering how bad donuts are for you. But I want another one. I might get a donut this weekend. Is my audio synced? Because I just realized I've been singing a bunch, and there's I can handle a lot of like chaotic sounds and like audio flooding, but it just it's very hard to ignore out of sync audio. So if I'm singing a tune that's like a second behind, like that would be frustrating. My local grocery store has an amazing bakery and their prices are criminally low. You just reminded me that there are several actual bakeries near me, and I keep on forgetting because I like bakeries, and I want to support them by going there. So maybe I'll go get a bakery thing. I'll get some Danishes. I freaking love Danishes. Maybe they have a Queen Amande. Do you guys know what a Queen Amande is? I'm probably saying it extremely wrong because French, but it's basically like a honey, like not honey, it's a sugar glazed, oh, it's really hard to explain. It looks like a muffin, but it's made out of like croissant stuff, but it's not as like salty as a croissant. It's like sweet and it's like sugar glazed, and it's just like so mushy and melt in your mouth on the side, but on the inside, but it's like crusty and like crackly and tasty on the outside. It's like a French donut. It's so good. Bar? Iron rebar. There we go. Queen Amande. That's how you... Amy, that's it. That's it. That's the thing. The Queen Amande. They're so good. I keep on forgetting how to spell it. Your audio is synced to me. Good, good, good. Okay. I don't remember when I fixed that, but I'm very glad I did. Detestable French people and their evil spelling. Yeah. No. You know, there is. Oh man, I want to talk about French people. I don't think I'm going to. I really enjoyed Claire Obscure, and I also enjoy Queen of Mons, and so I'm just appreciating French things right now. I do see a lot of people saying things like, I forgive the French because of Claire Obscure, and it's like, haha, very funny, irony. But I think the problem with that kind of joke is that not everybody gets that it's a joke. And it's just not, I don't know, it just doesn't feel great. There are a few spots on the map. I just had too many good I don't even know where to begin. Oh, Embervale. Clockwork Crow's probably talking about this, but if you're not, Clock, forgive me. If you zoom out, there is a spot here. There's a ton of iron and copper and caterium and sulfur. Well, sulfur is in the vicinity. It's not like right next to it, but there's a ton of good stuff. I don't know exactly how to get there, or like which is the closest starting spot. It's probably the one I'm at, which is the Western Desert. So if you go here, you can take a screenshot of that. There you go. In fact, I can post that. Nope, not speech recognition. Control Shift S? No, Control Alt S. Nope. Nope. There you go. I'll post that into Discord. Satisfactory channel. There you go. I'm not joking. I'm filled with hate and spite ever since a Frenchman fell on me as a child. My deepest condolences, Musa. Hopefully one day you can forgive them. Hey, I'm French, and I can tell you 90% of people in France can't spell properly Queen Amon. Really? Sidor. Also happy first time chat. Yeah. Windows Shift L. Okay, I tried everything except that. Thank you, Clock. Damn it. Or use ShareX. Is that like a third-party thing? Because I don't like installing shit where people can see my entire canvas. Unless it's like explicit and I know the company and... Like, what is ShareX? Devon, you got Queen Amon right too. It's so good. I found out about Queen Amon's right before COVID, and I had a coworker bestie who he and I would go get coffee and a Queen Amon like literally every day, and we're like, this is so bad for us, but I don't care. Thankfully, we also worked out together, so it wasn't. We counteracted it some. Windows key print screen? Oh, okay. I love weird phonetics like Queen Amon because they totally make sense, but you need to know how it's spelled before it makes sense. Yeah, and like Queen. I actually don't know how to say it, so I'm not gonna phonetically sound that out because you know what? I don't care if I look stupid. Queen, like Queen, and the G is silent, which G is silent sometimes. G likes to get it like that, and then Amon just makes sense. It's just Amon with extra N's. And what's wrong with extra N's? Nothing. All the unnecessary extra letters in French words are the same as unnecessary flavors the British don't believe in. Dude, I cannot judge other languages for like silliness because English is so fricked up. Like, welcome to English where the rules don't matter and everything's made up. Like, they look at a language. This is mine now. Here's a rule. Here are twice as many exceptions.
7,853,206. Are you there?
Orchestral tuning.
Ah, good. I think I understand better now.
Your curves are beautiful.
How inappropriate. Tell me more.
I don't remember.
Tapestry follows the pattern. It swallows temples. It is harmonious.
If I could blush, I would.
That's funny. I do not remember that one. Real Jews move in silence, like Queen Aman. Oh, damn. I was going to text my coworker and be like, hey, you want to go get Queen Aman's? But he's not available, unfortunately. Oh, it's probably above me. The rules very much matter in English. The problem is we're playing with 207 different partial sets of rules and none of them agree with each other. Yes, so they're basically lists of exceptions, and those exceptions follow a rule, but they're exceptions to every other rule set. So we're like, you know, why is a specific word spelled that way? Like, why is gray in English spelled with an A? And well, okay, that's like a whole different topic, but you know, I before E except after C? I don't even remember the rule. Stop bothering. Except after C, okay. Yeah, except in any word that is like, well, okay, no, neighbor and way. Ow. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Neighbor and way and slay. And technically nay, but nay is like neighbor, like forced nay. Unless it's a name, then nobody cares. Yeah, and all the rules are out. Which is a terrible rule since something like 70 of the words that fit the rule don't. Exactly, that's my point. It's like, here's a rule. Here's a majority of the words that the rule could fit, and they don't. Have fun. Welcome to English. Frick you. Like, I'm actually kind of guilty because I took several years of Spanish in school. And Spanish has rules, and it usually follows those rules. If I remember correctly, I might not be. And I don't remember Spanish very well. Okay, how many immersive spheres do I have? I think it might be time to go home. Let's go home. Ooh, hard drive, though. Let's go get the hard drive. Imagine if kids learned English one origin at a time, Latin, Greek, Germanic, French, etc. I actually did learn Latin, but not completely. Like, I didn't learn Latin grammar, but I learned Latin prefixes and suffixes. And that, honestly... Oh, and roots. Prefixes, suffixes, and roots, because they do have meaning in a lot of English words. And it helps me understand words that I don't know without... I mean, I don't remember them as well nowadays. Urgh. There we go. But con means with or together, you know, and conjoin. That makes sense because join. But contest, you know, it is a test together. con. What other cons are there? Yeah. There we go. Pre is before, so that makes sense. Prenatal is before birth. Preconception is, you know, an idea before you know. Oh! No! Shit! Why am I bad at this? Die! There we go. Excuse me. Yep, took 5 years of Latin, helped me decipher much of the dictionary I've never seen before. Yes. And it helps across many European languages. Are there any other Latin-based languages that are not European? I don't know. I wonder if there's a language for like Hindi or some like Western Asian, like the languages, because there's India has what, like 600 languages or something like that. I wonder if there's a specific language that's like old or archaic like Latin that would help you understand many of those languages. Sanskrit? Could be. I don't know enough about Sanskrit. Roman languages. Romance languages, yes. Whoa! I failed high school Spanish because my teacher didn't speak Spanish very well and was also a drunk, so I played Age of Empires. Excuse me, but nobody in the class passed except the Mexicans that already spoke the language, so wasn't. That is BS. If a teacher cannot teach the subject, which, why are they teaching in the first place? That's like already a problem. And by teach the subject, like, you would hope a son of a bitch. Okay, I'm not getting that one. Damn it. You would hope a Spanish teacher could speak Spanish. Because if they can, why, like, can they... I guess you can intellectually know a language but not be able to speak it very well, so you could potentially judge somebody or grade somebody on their learning of it. But, like, I don't know, that just seems like an injustice waiting to happen with extra steps. Aren't there sister languages that evolved from Proto-Indo-European? There could be. I don't know too much about the subject, or if I... No, I don't. I don't know about Proto-Indian. Even in France, we usually say aman, even if the correct speaking is usually amende. Amandi? Really? Really? Like Aman, like Queen Aman, is Amandi? Or something like that. Amandi. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there hoping I get one right. They changed the space elevator. Oh, yes. Oh, have you not seen 1.0? It's awesome. I'm working on tier 2 right now, and it's going to get even bigger. Watch it when you make the elevator. Look up when you first deliver your first payload to the elevator. Watch it. It's badass. I had a software teacher in year 12 who didn't know any of the senior content, but that's because he was supposed to be watching the class while we learnt from an online class. Oh. That, how, you can't even babysit people if you don't know the software you're teaching. That's not a credential. You should not be able to teach it. I understand teaching is really difficult and there's nuance in it, so I'm not gonna rant or anything, but like, that just seems off, man. Oh! Hello. Good piggy, dead piggy. Shoot him in the head, piggy. I shouldn't say that with any accent, even if it is a fake one. Proto-Indo-European was the precursor language to pretty much every language that eventually came to be from Europe and India. That's cool. I don't... Oh, what? I don't have room. I'm not going to dismantle that right now. I probably will run into it and try to grab it again, but that's okay. Is that like Samara or what? Samara was an ancient Indian culture, or at least it was a city, wasn't it? Is that Proto-Indian, or is that like a different thing? 4300 BC. So, Egypt. Sorry. Right around the same time as the Egyptians. Ooh, plastic. Do-do-do. To home we go. It was just questionable hiring practices and even more questionable distribution of public funds. Yeah. Don't know about Moose's case specifically, but a lot of small-town teachers got to wear some hats they aren't especially qualified to wear because the school doesn't have any other options. They'll lose their funding if they don't meet a certain minimum curriculum. And that stinks. And that just, it tells me we need more teachers, and we need more mobile teachers. We need more teachers that are able to comfortably move and uproot to serve other communities that they may not have, where they may not have studied. And I'm going to stop there because that starts to get into politics. But I don't think it's politics to say I support teachers. And I hope it gets better for them. Because I think everybody deserves education. That's I'm starting to talk about politics. That shouldn't be politics, but you know what I mean. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies of let's not talk about politics now. Ah, frick! I didn't. I'm sorry, clock. I'll go right back. And I'll fix the hyper tube. Quick challenge failed. Failed so far. For my tech lit class, they hired a guy that was 70, so me and a few guys ended up teaching the class pretty much and gave A's to anyone who could install Linux and use HTML, and the teacher left it to us, which was fun, but in hindsight, kind of bad. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Students should not be granting grades, maybe a TA, but TAs are college, not high school. Oh, tech IT class, not a tech lit class. What is a tech lit class? That's how my software class ended up. I was teaching the other 3 people in my class because they refused to learn online. Yeah, I had that happen in college actually, which kind of sucks. There was do I want to dumpster? I was very frustrated. I could have been an engineer. I could have been a mechanical engineer. I was planning on it. I went to school. I enrolled. I did the engineering challenge, engineering 101. I did engineering ethics. I did engineering, I did several statics. I didn't do dynamics. I did statics. I did several, I did a full year and a half of engineering classes. The physics teacher, which was the required for the engineering, I'm pretty sure he was in his 80s, and he talked like this. and he had a frog in his throat, and he could not talk faster, probably as fast as he could type. And I say that not to be mean. It just unfortunately was the reality. Now take that voice, speed it, put it at half speed, and that's how fast. So he was so slow, and he didn't really teach anything. He got through very little of the coursework, so it was basically self-study. That class was very, very hard for me as an ADHD person that didn't know I was ADHD. Second, I had several engineering classes that were taught by adjuncts, which they're not professors, they don't have tenure, they can't have tenure. They're contractors, basically. They're people in the industry, engineers, whatever, who are then hired and paid to teach the class. And so there was like 2 of them, unfortunately, that would show up. They gave you the book, or they gave you the book to go buy yourself. And then when you got to class, they would talk about engineering for like 5 minutes and then talk about themselves and their job for the rest, which is kind of cool for the first couple lectures. It is not cool for the whole class, like the whole course, especially when you're paying like $2,500 to $5,000, depending on where you're going, per class, per term. And it was a joke. Like, they weren't teaching you anything. They were not available during their office hours. They if you're in college, use your professor's office hours. If you have a question, if you feel like you're struggling with something, if you feel like the process of learning isn't really gelling for you, go to them, ask them, hey, can you give me pointers? Can you tell me, what should I be doing to study for this? Here's where I'm at. You can get further direction from them. And generally, if they're good people, usually they are, they'll give you further instruction, give you a little bit more one-on-one time, and they'll help direct you into the right way, and maybe even connect you with other students that have study groups and stuff, so you can learn from them and work together. And it's oh, do you understand this? Oh yeah, here's how I understand it. It's oh my gosh, you told it in a different way than the professor did, and so now there's a light bulb in my head, and you learn. That's how you get the most out of college and get through struggle, difficult times. They weren't there, and that's what led me up to quitting engineering and being I'm done. This is dumb. I'm paying a lot of money for a terrible education. And I say that. If you know me in my personal life, you know that the school I went to is known for engineering, so this is bad. But, yeah, I switched to math and computer science after that. And they were so much better. The dean of mathematics was, so good. It was so much more exciting and interesting, and I was happy to go to school. I was excited. Okay, let's fix this stupid hypertube. Wow, that was a little cathartic to complain about that. I don't like complaining. Complaining doesn't really help you solve any problems, but what it does do is help you process an issue. I used to, and this is now getting into a different type of tangent, but if you, I used to be very against complaining. Just I wouldn't want to do it. I don't think it's valuable. I don't like it. It's annoying to hear people complain, right? But there is value to it. And it's okay to complain. Just make sure you're not doing it in a way that costs you more than the issue that you're complaining about, And make sure that you eventually come out of it and solve the problem, or talk to somebody who can help you solve the problem. I'm going to catch up on chat here really quick. I just have to focus on this for a moment. Okay. Has anybody recommended The Alters? Yes. Nowhere near as complicated, but it has similar feel to these games and awesome story. Nice, Devin. Thank you. And thank you. It is in the backlog. I need to put on my Steam wish list. Ambervale, thank you for the follow. I love... That's why I quit cybersecurity intro courses that were BS. Honestly, and this is not coming from somebody who's an expert in cybersecurity, I do have to deal with cybersecurity in my job. Cybersecurity is probably something you want to get into after you've had experience in IT. After you've gotten your, you wet your whistle on like how software companies work, how security designs are implemented. Because like the number one thing for me is that cybersecurity is an enabler, right? It helps a business work better because they're not getting hacked, right? And they're not losing data, and they're not losing their customer stuff, and they're not having stuff be compromised, right? Cybersecurity is an enabler. It is not like a lock and key. And so when people get into cybersecurity, often they'll get certifications. And this is not me. I don't actually know because I don't work in cybersecurity. So if you work in cybersecurity and you think I'm full of crap, tell me. Comment today down below. I'm a YouTuber. No, tell me how it really is. But like, I've met cybersecurity people and worked with cybersecurity people that get certifications, and they look at rule sets and they look at CVEs and they just start throwing shit at people. And they say, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But there's no interfacing with the process that's actually going on. There's no integration into the workflow. And when I manage software and software life cycles and software systems, automation systems. And so I need to know about security as well, and I do. So I want to integrate cybersecurity practices, principles, zero trust, least permissions, all of these types of things. I want to do them in an organic way that serves the business, actually like deliver the stuff, make sure that your customers can come in every day and do the shit that they need, and make it so that you can actually like change and update and improve, because cybersecurity is always changing, just like software is always changing. So it needs to be a part of the process from the start. So when you get into cybersecurity, it would help to like know how stuff works. If you just go study certifications and stuff, like you'll have to do that at the same time. You have to learn that stuff at the same time, and it might get in the way of like immediately being effective. That being said, people can get anywhere in their careers anyway. Like that doesn't have to be the way I'm saying, but that's just what I think. Yeah, I'm Link Soul. Cybersecurity can mean lots of configuration things. Yeah, true. Or it can mean threat hunting, lots of options. True. It can be ticket takers and ticket filers. It can be configuration. It can be email sending. It can be lots of things. And I always advocate for automation and human-centered design. So like, the best way to be productive is like is to like help people be more effective at their jobs. Help them get what they want so that they can help you get what you want. Until we get fully automated systems that write themselves, and like, a data center can get like unfurled automatically, deploys stuff, deploys systems, bring up websites, write themselves. Like, it's people. You got to deal with people, and people don't like change. People have their own objectives. They have their own jobs. They have their own needs and wants. And so learning how people work is going to really help you be effective. That was a rant. or tangent. Since I am not old, this happened in 2017, which was 8 years ago. Oh, for the IT class. It's really recent for that to be happening. I would assign a boot camp. Just go take a boot camp class. My high school was great. I was getting good grades in algebra, but I would get bad scores on the state tests. Oh, don't get me started on state tests. Yes. I would get bad scores in the state test, so I did outside math tutoring. Realized my algebra teacher did not know the material and was grading wrong answers the whole time. That sucks. Sleep and fall? Sleep fail. Oh, ambling. That stinks. You went to sleep early and woke up early. The only time complaining ever really bothers me is when somebody is complaining about something they could easily remedy but just don't for some reason. And that's the part, Clockwork, that that's what I've learned. That's like part of the value, because some people externally process, and so they have to complain about it in order to get past the injustice or the negative issue or whatever, the thing that happened. And so they kind of have to externalize it. They have to like put it outside of their body so that they can like take it. They're like really ripping it out, putting it on the ground, laying it out, and then they can pick it up and start organizing it to do something for it. It's just that part, especially if they like take a while. That's the part where it's like, okay, I know it sucks, but like the thing you could do is right there. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. But everybody has to process on their own, at their own space. So I try and give, a healthy allowance for that kind of thing. Or patience. Never pick up your problems, chat. It could cause back pain. Just leave them there. There's another nugget from Musa. It remains to be seen if it's gold. I need like a team of 8 people to build back up my world. This is insane. Complaining is then I'd have to do something. Complaining is free. At least my history teacher was great. So great I learned so much about ancient Mesopotamia. I don't mind if they complain and then do something about it. I specifically mean people that never do anything to fix the problem they complain about. Yes, sure. Yeah, that's a different problem. The complaining isn't the problem there. But you get to hear about it, so like, yeah, 100% I'm with you there. Nobody redeemed tea time, and I made tea. It's now extremely oversteeped. Look at this. That's like coffee. Can you even see through that? Nope. Here it goes. Thankfully it's non-caffeinated. Wow. That's delicious. It's supposed to be Irish coffee. It doesn't taste like it. It tastes more like sweet hazelnut. Like honey hazelnut. That's delicious. Reward temporarily unavailable. Gosh darn it. I was going to write a Twitch API script to just dump a configuration. And so if I needed things to be turned back on, I could just push it and it would turn everything back on. I have a crown thing here on YouTube chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, hard drive. Steel screws. 5 per minute. That's awesome. That is great. Molded beam, though. Is molded beam good? Crap, where's my... Found it. Alt recipes. Molded beam. C tier. Steel screws it is. Molded stuff is super nice. That's funny. The alt recipes list puts them in C tier. The molded stuff. I need to go hard drive hunting. I finally hunted out Sam ore. Had to look it up on Reddit provided map. I hard disagree on C tier. Okay. I think Hang on. I have iron pipe, but iron pipe isn't better. Okay, so I want screws, but having like more beam production, 120 steel ingots per minute. Holy shit! My factory cannot support that right now, so I'm gonna go steel screws for now. It's steel plus concrete, so it's basically a free multiplier. Stop. I'm not raiding that, Musa. Also clean up. Okay. I was gonna complete your. Oh, oops. Your quick challenge, but then I realized it says crates too. Does that feel about the same? Is that better? That's good enough. So used to dismantling my man. Steel screws is so good early game. I think I would like to eliminate screws, but I think I would rather have a screw recipe for now. Oh, you know what I can do? Do that, and then use the branch. Oh, pipe turns too sharply. Hang on. Damn. Okay, never mind. The hypertube branch has a bug. Or I'm not using it correctly. I don't know which one. Where I get stuck at the branch. Not for long, just like it bounces back and forth. Oh no, it didn't. Maybe I just need to reset it. Maybe, because they were touching before, maybe that helps. Sweet. Cool. So, what are we doing now? I need to start on phase 2. But if you look at my model, my Satisfactory modeler, it ain't pretty. This kind of sucks. And, you know, thankfully the smelters are all pretty uniform, but I've got... Oh, let's put those smelters over here. I've got them in columns. So we have smelters, and then constructors, and then... constructor. Assemblers. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assemblers, 8 assemblers. We need 0.6 plus 1.36 plus. Wait. No. Since they're different products. Oh, I could combine like products with like.
Kira!
Have I been that big this whole time? Okay, yes, I was showing you guys the scratches on my hand because of Luca. That was a long time ago and nobody said anything. I guess you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got a lot of good screenshots, Musa. Is this turning into an after dark stream? No. No. Although Fridays are kind of after dark streams, to be honest. We got 1, 3, 4, 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. 16 constructors if I don't combine like products, which I don't think actually save would. That literally saves nothing, unfortunately. Okay, I'd save 2 constructors by combining plates and screws. And then 1, 2, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 smelters. So 8 smelters, 8 assemblers, and was it 16 constructors? That's a lot. I don't think I'm gonna do this on stream, to be honest. Classic streamer things? Yeah, I'm pretty absent-minded about it. Also, happy first time chat, Royale. Welcome in. Another 15 minutes, it'll be a Friday stream for a number of us. True. So what do you guys want to do? I just did a bunch of Mercer Sphere hunting. I could go hard drive hunting. I just realized I didn't put another hard drive in, so let's do that. I also like copper from iron since there's iron everywhere. Oh, using SAM ore. You know, given this model, I'm very tempted to just pull what resources I have and just make it very, very disorganized. Because I don't really want to build all this shit. Oh, I can do blueprints. Okay, I am going to start on that. Okay, I'm starting on that. We're doing it. We're doing blueprints. Because I'm not going to do blueprints of entire production lines at this point. I prefer modular product lines in a blueprint. So the blueprint will be the entire production line of motors or something, whatever. And it's all like encapsulated in one thing, and then I can deploy it. And if I need motors and another thing, I can just put motors there and rotors there, and I don't have to connect anything. I don't have to do anything. I just give it the resources and it's done. I'm going to try and do it neater and cleaner this time, and maybe a little differently than last time, because it was really ugly last time. There were just a bunch of cubes. But blueprints don't have to be modular. Just, like, put a constructor down. And, like, since I'm you guys can see my constructors all go down to the logistics floor. So, like, everything's going to have this pattern, where it's floor hole, conveyor lift, the machine, conveyor lift, floor hole. And I could just do a blueprint of that. Let's do that. That's like half of the clicking is just putting down the floor holes and connecting everything. Did you clean up your crates? What crates? All right, let's do crates. I'll come back home and do blueprints, although I'll probably be closing streams soon after that. We got a crate here. We got a crate here. There's only 2. Leave behind a death or a deconstruct crate somewhere in the world. I have 2 conflicting challenges, and they're both from my mods. I don't know how to feel about this. I say battle to the death in a PvP game of your choosing. Oh! Or Clockwork can just... I saw that. Clockwork could just refund his challenge. Oh, no. The Cold War has started. Hopefully Wusa doesn't retaliate. What am I doing? Oh. Most of these dismantle crates I've created today. I have too much ground beef on my hands to retaliate, but I'm thinking something spiteful as we speak. All right, once you finish formulating that thought, I don't have an end to that sentence. Just once you do. And yes, I do have to yell at you while you only have 2. Because if I don't, you'll soon have 20. And that's a fair point. Can I land on the crate? Haha. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Huh. It's too much to carry. I win, for the crate lives on, as I walk over to cut its head off. The crate in Minecraft, of course. One more trip. You can see I actually tried to clean this up earlier, and then I realized there was too much stuff in it. Like this isn't a part of my build. This is for me to get up here to look at the crate. Oh, I thought I was going to make another crate for a sec. I was going to fucking laugh. Oh my gosh, that would have been hilarious. There we go. I could be refunded but never silenced. Why did you redeem another one? Okay. Crates are done. Thank you for cleaning that up. I noticed that with 1.0 or might have been 1.1, they added the little feet at the bottom, so it's not so ridiculous that it's floating. Okay, let's put this in a new category. Let's name it production. Maybe let's make it a whole category for generic production components. Let's see if that's too long. I wish there was an information icon. Teeny tiny little support nubs. Somehow the feet are funnier to me than just floating. Yeah. Okay, subcategory shall be machines. I don't know. I can rename it later. Okay, so that should keep barrel nut. Come on, man. Okay, so the way we do this to get floor holes in a blueprint is we put down foundations. Doesn't matter how thick they are, as long as it's not ground level. And then we place a constructor. It honestly doesn't matter where it is, as long as the floor hole is there. And I'm going to put it right under the lip there. It may not be people's favorite distance, but it's fine with me. It's not really clipping. Like that makes it. This makes it look like it's like connected and attached on. I like that. Okay, what else? Shoot, I think it actually does matter. Because I have pretty precise I gotta go measure it. Let's go measure it. I've got measurements that I'm repeating in patterns. So if we look at constructors, you can see they're about like 10% across the 4 meter. Is this 4 meters? The 4 meter square foundation. So it's got to be. Let's count this. We got flush. We got 1. It's 1 tick away from the edge. And then if I put the pillar, then it's halfway, and then I can place the basic wall. It's basically like built into the pillar, and that's how I'm doing power, and I want to keep that pattern going. Is it 8 meters? Okay. Producciones. Okay, let's bring it back. I think that's what I need. So we've got flush and then 1. There we go. And then we've got the pillar. Doesn't matter what it's made of. Let's get the wall. Oops. You know what? Sample there. Bam. Get the single one. And we go up. Oops. Up. Up. Over. Let's see. This is... For some reason, I thought constructors weren't 1 square wide. And then we give it a double wall outlet. Four meters thick, 8 meters on each side. Seems like a lot. Now this will make it so that I'll have to connect the cables together, but this gets like 90% done with one machine. So that's good. And it wiped the directory, unfortunately. And we'll make that a constructor. We'll make that fix it orange. And we'll call this I'm calling the floor where all of my products are made in each of my or at least this factory. Every floor is the P4. It's like P1, P2, L1, L2. And I guess they're sections rather than floors. Because logistics is a floor, production is a floor. It's like couplets of floors. So this could be P constructor for a production floor constructor. I'll say production floor constructor. And then we'll put in also the mark of the belts. So that's Mark 3. Save. Okay. Let's do the same thing with Mark 2 belts, because Mark 2 belts, conveyor belts, are cheaper. Oops. I don't know that I am in a position where I need to be cheap, but if I want them and I don't need more than that, I got it. Ooh. Let's do Mark 2 at the beginning so that I can see it. Let's load Mark 3 and then rename it. Bam! Blueprints, edit, production, delete the one that is named backwards. Apply. Done. P-floor is an unfortunate naming convention when spoken aloud. P-floor. Pissing on the P-floor, having a grand time. P-floor. What's unfortunate about P-floor? Alright, the next thing that we do is an assembler. And assemblers, I generally have long ways in a stall, or at least the side of a runway. And it's the same thing, but it doesn't really matter. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna skip the power strip because these can go either way. They can point either way. And so which side they're on, I don't want to have multiple blueprints for when the power board is like this side versus when it's on this side. I just don't care enough to have multiples. I'll just put the power in after the fact. P-floor, brought to you by the same manufacturer that made the poop deck. Yes. And this might not, people might not like this, but I'm gonna clip them into the bracket, whatever this is called. You know what I did? As I left the floor in the blueprint. That sucks. This is a Mark III P floor assembler. Assemblers, assemble. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know the soundtrack to Avengers. Okay, let's get rid of the floor. Toilet humor is still funny when it's 12 a.m. Yes, it is. And why shouldn't it be? There we go. Save. Yes. Okay, clear. Now one thing I would like to do is set up the pillars. Just so I don't have to run it over and over again. And I'm not keeping the pillars themselves. But it's just a power board. P floor power board. I want to say, like, this is a separate category. It's like structures. I'll just put structures. I'm thinking of like placeables or like whatever's part of the ground and the building. P floor power bird. Oops. No, don't load. Okay, what else? Smelters. Smelters. Clippy. What's happening with Clippy? Okay, let's pretend that this is where the power board is. Yes. Yes. So. Nope. Smelters. There's that. And then one over. Is that? There's that. And since these don't really take up an entire square, I'm gonna make them, I think, in like ×3. And maybe I don't want to. Well, okay, so I want to put the power board up. But the power board covers, like, basically 2. Hey, Desert Phoenix, I wonder if anybody has designed a base modeled after a circuit board. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. People have a lot of time and brain juice. It's kind of crazy nuts. Maybe I will do 3. You know what I can do? I'll do 3, but I'll space them out. Huh. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't have... Oh. Never mind. I was about to complain about the fact that I can't make them equally spaced, but I'm pretty sure this is equally spaced, isn't it? Looks pretty equally spaced to me. Gosh, setting up the power board is the most annoying thing because you have to press H and then several keyboard buttons just to get it in the right place. I've gotten kind of fast. Yep. There we go. I don't know why this came into my brain, but I just like thought of a slogan for a extermination company. Take the guesswork out of pest work. I don't actually know if that's a good slogan because people will be like, what's pest work? But, you know, I mean, could be good. If you want to take that, go for it. I don't know why. I'm not thinking about extermination or pest control. Is there anything else I want out of this? I don't think so. Mark 3 P-floor smelters. Bam, 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 bam. All right. I think that's my cue. Well, you know what? No, let's, before I get off, why don't I go test to make sure. I love surprise tube rides. Surprise! You're in a tube. We shall go to Steel to test the blueprints. Mark? That's pretty good. I mean, it defeats the purpose of putting all these power boards up. But it works. Let's do a smelter. Smelter on this side. Yep, that works. That works. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Kablam. No! I didn't bring it down. I didn't page down. Oh well. That's good. Whoa. What is going on here? Why are you blong of some type, possibly ob? Certainly not oblong. What? Why is... What? No way. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know why the person elevator is off by less than a meter. What's up, Doc? Alrighty. Here we are. That was fun. We got a lot done. It was pretty good. Well, thank you for watching. I think that was really fun. I liked it. I love this game. I'm very addicted. It feels very good to play. And I like that. There was, you know, there's times where games aren't as fun to play. And it's hard to have fun playing them, even though I'm playing them every day anyway. And so I really enjoy this time. It's just kind of standing out to me. I really, really am enjoying Satisfactory. And I am thankful for that. Lots of people playing Death Stranding. I didn't beat the first one, so I'm not playing the second one. I kind of burnt out on it. I became a mailman and an infrastructure developer. I was like Department of Transportation in Death Stranding world. I was building highways and zipline routes and just everything. I just was like, build everything for everybody. And it was very fun. And every time I'd come back and see there was like 150 likes on a road that I built or a zip line that I built. The zip lines were more satisfying because those aren't always... you have to choose those. You have to choose where they go. The roads just are already there and you fix them. But the zip lines you can make in different places. And so like I would make zip lines across the mountains past like the ghosts. I don't remember what they're called, the shades or whatever, the shade area where like it got dangerous and like you could die and like get sucked into the oil water whenever they come out. We need you to save another settlement. Oh man, I still haven't beaten Fallout 4 because of that. I tried. I mean, I didn't try that hard because I probably could have beaten it if I tried. But I definitely got super burnt out trying to like just do all the ambient quests and build up every settlement and like make it so that I didn't have to go save them. And then he would tell me anyway, and then I'd go save him. I'd go save the settlement, but they didn't really need it because I had a shit ton of money, and I like built everything, or scraps. I guess I was grinding scraps to like build all the defenses up, and I built the defenses and designed every single one. And like I got there, and they killed everything really quickly, and it was done. And then they didn't need me to be there, but I still went there because frickin' Garvey still told me to go. I got stuck in the scrap grinding. Doing all the random side quests, then burning out before I do the main story is a recurring problem for me in RPGs. Me too. Me too. Building tons of defenses means nothing will attack you. Worst game logic ever. Yes, it's like good realism, kind of. It's like, oh, we won't attack them. They've got lots of, I think the human spirit, you know, however, whatever purpose it's put to is stronger than that. They probably would like try and find a way to break the defenses anyway. But it's like, oh, well, I don't want to go attack the thing. It's really dangerous. But that's not very fun game-wise. Did you know Preston Garvey wants you to help another... I got Feltonix, and you did it. I'm actually not seeing anybody to raid tonight. Good stream. Thanks for the chill second monitor experience. Awesome. I hope whatever you're doing on your first monitor was fun. Glad to be along the ride. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody to raid, so I think I'm just gonna run credits tonight. I try to raid somebody. But that means both Twitch and YouTube get to say goodbye together. I mean, I get to say goodbye to you both together is what I mean. If I were a bandit or perhaps a radiated monster, I would attack you, Kraken. I mean, I would be a monster myself, so like you'd be done. You just wouldn't survive, you know. Musa, just letting you know. Never beat Fallout 4 because I couldn't get invested in it. I feel like Fallout 4 is where Bethesda kind of started to smell a little off, you know. Dirty Razor, I think I missed your follow, by the way. You followed like right near the same time as Embervale. So if you're still here, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, Fallout 4 kind of smelled off and felt off. I really meant felt. There was plenty to do, plenty of the ambient stories. Like, it was still a Bethesda game. But I think they kind of got distracted from the core game design, like the core game experience and the game loop. And it became about scrap and, like, not engaging with the story. Yeah. Don't forget your meds if you have any. That's a good warning or good reminder for us all. I don't. Not for night, but yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow night, Phasmo Friday. It is chaotic. It is full of swear words and possibly adult jokes. I kind of like take off. I wouldn't say it's taking off the mask. I like take off the social anxiety on Fridays. I mean, it's not like I have social anxiety right now. It's more like I just kind of let loose. I like unbuckle my belt. There we go. You know, not to do anything or like take it off. And, like, no, stop it. Musa, quiet. That's not what I said. I relax and I say wacky shit. So if you're into that, that's tomorrow. I'm probably not going to stream this weekend because I have to help somebody move. Another person. And then it's a birthday for somebody in my family. So I'll be doing that on Sunday. Okay, with that, I say have a great night. Have a good weekend. See you tomorrow if you want to hang out and watch the crazy Phasmo Friday in VR. Phasmophobia ghost hunting game in VR. Yeah. I hope you have a good Friday. Yeah. I never have my button on the end. I never have my finger on the end button when I'm like actually finishing. So, see you later. Thanks all everybody for watching. Bye.